to it. I have a limited amount of time to actually do the stream, so I'm gonna try and get as much of the game in as possible. Primarily because, like, I mean, the game's short, so I can probably get away with doing it for like an hour, but I won't really be able to go too much beyond that. And I want to edit this, turn it into a video as well. It's a bed. Is it really a smart time to go to sleep? So, me, Cool Kid K, and Grassalina recorded some voice acting for the game, but never ended up actually using it, mainly because I implemented it, and you can still see some, like, leftover code if you open the game up with, like, Undertale Mod Tool or something similar. You can still see some leftover code for the voice acting. I implemented it, and I really didn't like how it came out. It didn't really fit the vibe of the game, so I ended up scrapping it pretty early on, but that's actually one of the lines that still made it through. Light switch. It's turned on. That is awfully close to the bed. Well, off of the bed I can actually see now. Still, nobody here? Hello? Rug. I really like this better. Yeah, and you can actually see the leftover diary sprite here. I thought I replaced this with the regular diary sprite, honestly. Dear Diary, should I really leave these doors locked while the Reserver is here? You might want to explore through them. Too tired to do anything about it right now. Whoops. Had the dialogue overflowing me on the screen. It's locked. Do you know the controls? Yes, I do. I worked on this game for about 8 months from start to finish. Now, I started development, like actual real development, in like July 2022. And real development concluded in about March 2023. But throughout that time, a lot of work was done creating the game. I meant to say, throughout the time between March and September 2023, I was mainly, like, setting things up for the release and playtesting and playtesting and playtesting. There was a lot of playtesting going on. It stressed me a lot, actually, and the game at launch still is pretty buggy, and as you guys saw, it still is kind of buggy, and I don't like that. And again, this was really my first attempt at creating a game, and I'm intending for Deathlane to be in a better state at launch. But yeah, just the fact that I was able to actually create a game, it's just so, like, beautiful to me. Like, I'd spent so long developing games, and I actually got to create one. Okay. Let's go get the lore drop. Hi, you probably have dozens of questions. Let's first start off with an easy one. Where am I? Well, you woke up in my house. I hear? Where do I even start? Basically, there was a legend told in the land that there was a person coming that could change fates. That he would come when all hope was lost. A preserver, they called him, whom I believe you to be. You see, a couple months back, monsters suddenly started appearing. Maybe it's different in your world, but in ours, monsters don't just suddenly appear or anything, so this was a big surprise to all of us. The first place they showed up was in Ardent, although they are steadily heading backwards, and at this rate, we'll probably enter Truefolk Town soon. You don't seem to be from around here, so I think you're probably the preserver. Thank goodness you speak the same language. One of my two questions, what is a true? They are land's residents. The plural is truefolk. Considering you just woke up on an alien planet, it would make sense that there would be aliens, right? I think that just about covers everything. Be safe, alright? Thank you. Oh. Can you not go to the left? That's a pretty major bug that I'll have to patch out. What the heck? This is just the bug compilation now, I suppose. Yeah, you actually can't. That is super awkward. Enabled debug features so I could test to make sure that I didn't just screw myself over with the 1.10.1. Yeah, there really is. Okay. That's weird. There's like a wall or something. I have no idea what happened there.
Hey guys, welcome to
Goodness. Anyway, you're supposed to be able to come here. And you got lanterns, lamps, lanterns. And you get to see the new water texture that I made for 1.10.1. And I really like it. It looks so much better than the old water texture. And it makes the game look nicer, and my art isn't that great. I was thinking about, like, during development, asking Rain to come along and change a lot of the art. I didn't end up doing that because I liked the old, like, hand-drawn way this looks. And I'm sticking with that art style for Deathplane, but for a third game, I think I would definitely for a third game, I would definitely want to use some better art, but yeah. I ended up going with this because I liked the way it looked, and it fits the vibe of, like, the first game. Are you the preserver? No? Well, the dock's closed right now. Let me know when the preserver comes. I'll open it then. Right now it's being maintenance. But I am the preserver. No buts about it. Move. Sorry, sir. We got the good old lamp and water. This was actually an accident. Like, I didn't mean to make this during development, which is kind of like the funny thing. But when I realized it was there, I decided to keep it because I liked it. Just your average everyday lamp, you know, in water. Normal lamp behavior. Hello, you're the preserver, right? Finally, I've been looking forward to this my whole life. Is the stress finally over? Having your own world be on the brink of destruction is very stressful. Are you excited to be liberating this world? Yes, although I'm still getting used to the role. Not a looker. I ended up changing a lot of the dialogue in True Folk Town in the 1.10.1 update. And it was for the better because a lot of the dialogue was either just rude or pretty much encouraging you to go to to go to Ardent. And like, there's already you pretty much already get all of that from the shopkeeper true. Oh, I'm sorry, the first true that you talk to. In my head, I call that the shopkeeper true, and in the game's code it's also called the shopkeeper true. But yeah, it's not labeled as a shopkeeper anywhere else. Originally, I was planning True Folk Town to be like more of a bustling city sort of thing. And I mean, in this game, like relative to, say, Cerulia, it is. But, it isn't really that much of a town. Like, it doesn't have shops or, like, restaurants. I had a lot of, ideas for that sort of thing. A lot of which ended up, being on the back burner besides some, besides some music that I made for them. Which ended up being the bonus tracks on the OMNIFATE OST. Very worried about the monsters. Please get rid of them. You seem calmer than you went on. I hear the monsters are getting close to the field now. Please hurry. The Preserver has come. He's not a looker. Sorry. Grasselina and Cool Kid K laughed their butts off at that joke. The guy who lives here is a big jerk. I tired. Oh wow, typo. I tried entering his house for a friendly visit, and I just fell right into the void. There was no floor. Like, if your house is experiencing paranormal multi-dimensional problems, at least tell someone about it. When I did go to his little pocket dimension, though, it was kind of nice. So that's that, I guess. There's the man. There's the man, the myth, the legend. It's Bob OMNIFATE. Hi, my name is Bob. That's me, the smiley face from the store description. So, you are the preserver? Sounds like it. Coolio, I'm just gonna chill here for now. If you want, I could take you to a special place later. There's Bob. So, I've shared this like once or twice on the community post, but like the original Bob was literally just that drawing. It was from a little sprite that I made to test how different fonts would look. I think I can actually show it to you guys if I go back in the old files on my computer. I think I still have it. There it is. Yeah, guys, this is where Bob comes from. That was the original Bob drawing. It was just a tiny little thing I did over to the left because the placeholders kept like shifting diagonally right. So I wanted there to be some stuff over to the left. You can see the very handwritten looking font was going to be what certain silly characters like Bob or the alien in Ardennes would use. I didn't end up doing that because it just looked actually way too ugly for the game. But the little text underneath the smiley face for Bob is written in that font. And you can also see on there it says Craig Plaque. It's because Craig was originally going to type in consolas. I didn't like that idea, because he already has his little text quirk of speaking with a yellow dialogue box, and having the placeholder sprite. So I didn't really think it would be that good of an idea after all. If I ever make something like an OMNIFATE 2, I want to implement some of those ideas in there. New content dance. Whatever could it mean? Everybody else is gone. Mushroom dance. Whatever could it mean? It means I'm stuck here, trapped by my hyphen. Everything ahead is undocumented territory. Please be careful. Please. I'll try. Only a new rare sprite moment. 1.10.1 new rare sprite moment. I gotta change that to where it appears some more parts in the game. But yeah. Welcome to the field. We know it's not very big or full of anything, but enjoy your stay. Oh, there's the other fan favorite from this game. It's good old C-Reg. C-Reg, the greatest human ever made. You're not abiding by the canon if you don't let this play out in its entirety before you move on to the next page of dialogue. Speaking of humans, you appear to be one of the few ones here, actually. Does that mean you join me? Sure, Majigger. C-Reg joined the party. Yippee! More people! You're not falling behind me or anything? That is not strictly necessary. I'll just be up here. I'll tell anyone who joins to go here too. Let me save file real quick so I can show you guys something. So you would probably know this if you're trying to get one of the alternate endings. But you can actually, if you skip through C-Reg's dialogue, it says something rather unique. There in the bottom right corner, near the middle of the screen, it says eats. That's because Conspiracy Santa was just like, oh, we're just gonna eat him, alright. And I thought that was so funny, it made me like burst out laughing. So I decided to keep that, and like I decided to keep the animation because I'm not gonna make you have like a party or something. But I thought I would just reference that by having that little thing if you skip the dialogue. Here's Yukina. Is that the preserver? Welcome, my name is Yukina. I'll try to be as hospitable as I can to you. Please, ask me anything. Thanks, but we currently don't need anything. Please, just say something. Could you join our party? I'll try to, but I might not be a useful addition to the party as I can't fight. That's alright. Shall I join you in your quest then? If you want to, sure. Alright, I'm joining. Yukina joined the party. is this? It's my piano. Oh, nice. Do you play it often? I practice every day on it. So you might notice that when Yukina joins the party, it doesn't play the, like, party join noise. You may think that that's a bug. It was, but I decided to keep it that way because she doesn't fight or anything. Also, I just remembered I'm live. I'm not just, like, recording this, so I should probably check chat, so I'm gonna do that real quick. Alright. Yeah, nobody's watching. I figured nobody would be watching, because, nobody usually watches my streams. I mean, there was that one, there was that one Deltarune stream where, some of Rain's crew joined, but yeah. Suppose I can talk to Yukino. With the better dialogue spread out, I like it much better than the old one, which had some people saying that this game looked like the Atari 2600, which is honestly fair. Hi. Why did you say you can't fight? Because I can't fight. A big group of monsters threatened my family once. I tried to fight them, but only just barely made it away. Well, that's alright. We already have a good team for fighting. A team of 2 people. We're still growing as a group. Would you like to come along for the ride? You don't have to fight. Gladly. Didn't I already join the party, though? I have some pie. It's, Yukina's friend's butterscotch cinnamon pie. She's a great cook. I've never tried her pie before, but it's probably just as good as those snails she gave me the other day. Snails? As a food? Curious. Guys, it's referencing Toriel, that person that got drunk with a skeleton that one time. Also had a reference to, like, Kara saying, like, where are the knives? And I removed that because I kind of felt like it was in bad taste. Here's the flower. It's my plant. That looks really nice. I agree. Do not be alarmed. Plants are not real. That's a reference to a cutting room floor page for Plants vs. It's a reference to the cutting room floor page for Plants vs. Zombies. One of the unused dialogues says, "Do not be alarmed. Plants are not real." And Crazy Dave would have said that's absolutely hilarious. There was another funny guy. Do you have games on your phone? No, I don't even have a phone. Can I see it? I don't have a phone, I just told you. Come on, the last guy said the same thing too. I want some of Lifeblood. I keep telling myself that I'll get one someday. Sorry? How are you doing? Phone, please. Do you have something I can show my friend Tammy at least? No, sorry. Show chat. Oh hey, we meet again. Why do you think there's so many people in the field? Might be they're after that old new content. You know, the stuff mentioned in the patch notes for version 1.10.0.0. Sorry for confusing you earlier. Turns out there is a decent amount of people in the field. Seems to be less people in Treefolk Town, though. Um, I was about to say that I really like I really like the music for the field, and then I walked right into Smallland, and you can see like in Smallland, pretty much all of the background is the water texture. So yeah, when I got the new water texture, it looks so much better. Finally, another human. I thought I'd never see one again. Did that guy also tell you about the legend of the Preserver? I was thinking it might be me. And now there's a human right in front of me. I think you can understand why I'm less inclined to think that way. You're wondering the same thing, right? How did I get here? And what is the purpose of my being here? I think you and I are in the same position with this whole Preserver stuff. I think it'd be good if we teamed up. You know, since we're both humans trying to figure out how we got here and how to get back. Oh, I never introduced myself. I'm Camellia. You know, like the flower? Like the flower spelled with 2 L's. Anyway, let's save the world together. We got the new content up here. Oh, somebody's phone is going off. Who left their phone here? I was just here and it wasn't in that spot. I don't know who left this here, but finders keepers. That's a horrendous mentality. Did someone ask for a phone earlier? Yeah, it was that purple guy that wanted the phone. The one behind... Don't you mean pink? You acquired him. So that's a reference to the guy behind the slaughter. And I was getting someone to do the translation for this game, which is not completed yet. But I had to explain to them the whole joke, and it was kind of awkward. Anyway, you got the characters with the worst character design here. Hi, welcome to Smallland. You know, if you weren't able to read a very active sign over there, so what's it like being the Preserver in Noah? Although it has taken some getting used to, I think I'm starting to understand what my mission is here. I'm glad. I really enjoy it. I'm hoping we're actually able to save you from the monsters. They've tormented us for quite a while, so hopefully you guys will finally be the ones. Being the Preserver feels quite scrumptious, personally. Who left their phone here? Oh wow. Bug. Hello. Hello, people that are in our species. What an introduction. Well, what do you want me to say? No one non-aliens in Yukina? That'd be strange. I suppose that makes sense. Huh, I feel a bit called out, but that's okay. Pick a side. I picked the first one. You picked Gilgamesh, the destroyer of reality. You lost to Morris. Whoopsie doopsie daisies. Rats. Why does Seereg always do random unintelligible stuff like this? How does he even find people to do it with? Beats me. Oh, Hajj. It's a typo. What does Hajj mean? Did you know? What? A friend of mine once found a lamp in water, touched it, and teleported to the field. Whoa, that's cool. I'll have to try that sometime later. Can't talk to Bob. This swing chain, I like this one. Here comes the best part. And he said, that's not a camel, that's my wife. Oh, hey, the Preserver. Welcome to our humble abode. Hospitality is where it's at. Hey, you. Why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side? Incorrect. The correct answer is weed eater. What are these? Only the highest quality comedic essentials, of course. Aren't our designs unique? I don't know what you mean. In comparison to the other NPC sprites. What the heck is an NPC sprite? Never mind. Hello. I suppose I'm the last person in Smallland to talk to. Depends on if you start from the left or start from the right. I figured most people would start from the left because, you know, you have to go up to get the phone. I hope you enjoyed your stay. I hope to see you here again soon. Thanks for coming. Alrighty. That's enough of the new content. One person can only have so much new content in a day. Oh, north for our dent. Well, that's annoying. I really wanted to visit my friend in Ardent today. It just had to close today, huh? I actually don't want to read all that. I ain't doing that that game. Best character, by the way, right here, Kerr. So, after I finished working on OMNIFATE, I found out that most people that are named Kerr or something like that will spell it K-I-R or K-E-R-R. But you know, quirky and original. I'm going with K-E-R. And like, and some of the playtesters read that as Care, which like I'm okay with. You have a fighting squad? Yes. I'll join your squad. I don't really think there's any need for more introductions beyond that. Whoa, it's red here. That's pretty creepy. That's probably just a normal ground color here. This is an alien planet after all. There's a lot of people here. Yeah, definitely more than the previous areas I've seen. Oh hey, this one actually looks like an alien. Oh, I'm an actual alien? What isn't an actual alien? The true folk? As compared to you, they look more like humans. You look like a stereotypical alien. How many aliens are there, you think? About 207,479. Interesting choice for the number. I'm sorry about leaving so many like typos and stuff in. When you play this over and over and over and over again, as you would for a 15-minute game, you kind of start to overlook stuff like that. So I'll definitely be making a patch later to fix that. Anyway, this number is randomly generated every time. I like playing with it. There's Ball. Hello, I am Ball. Pretty square ball. Oh, the dock is closed until further notice. You can walk a small end, though. Oh, hey, we meet again, too. Say, I've been a big part of this new content, huh? I wonder why. By the way, did you know... No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Too many excess vacation days? Mental breakdowns sure are a big thing around here, huh? Musical, screen, some keys, try it. Yep. I didn't want to give away what the, sound test, keys were, which I suppose, I'll show some of those off. So, spoilers if you ever wanted to figure these out for yourself. But hold down Shift, hold down 8, press I. Wait, no. You don't hold down 8. Hold down Shift, press 8 and I, and you get the lane dimension. That's the one that's had the most changes, because throughout this game's history of patches, there's been so many different ways of entering the lane dimension. Mainly because I didn't want people from outside of the school I go to see a lot of the content in it. We got, if you press 3, it teleported in here. So this guy's doing the walking sprite. He's not intended to be doing anything suspicious. Someone is already using it. And we've got the Ultra Instinct C-Reg right there. I wanted to have, like, a normal-looking C-Reg sprite for the end of the game where you're talking to the old preserver. But when I asked Rain to do it, what she drew was the Ultra Instinct sprite, because she asked if she could make it, like, overtly serious. And says, I deeply apologize, Rain. I had to sacrifice myself for the sake of the players. Yeah, in practice, some of the playtesters had no idea, like, what, character this portrait belonged to. So I ended up scrapping it, and made C-Reg instead choose to use the regular dialogue box and regular dialogue noise. Not touch the black thing over there in the corner. You will be removed from existence. I'll heed his advice. Here I am, forsaken, abandoned, left alone in the white void. I couldn't have even picked dark mode for my torture room. Sad. And that's the guy from the first prototype of the OMNIFATE platformer. Once trusted, long forgotten, betrayed and abandoned. Never brought back the demo for OMNIFATE. I said I was going to, and then I just never did. And I don't really like doing stuff for gx.games because it's a very complicated process. I might release the OMNIFATE demo on Steam. Again, pain. That was my first draft when coming up with the sprite for the player. It has technically more detail, but it looks a lot worse in my opinion. We got Bob just chilling up here. 3. Why isn't my good friend Rares? Welcome to the... Is it just me, or do I kind of blend in here? Now, let me be clear. And so he is clear. So, another secret. You can pop up here. And the game closes itself after a while. Or if you're an Undertale fan, it crashes. Because apparently that's what Undertale fans think using the game end function is. Back to the main game. Moved to our den recently because of all the people here. Not a lot of people in Truefuck Town anymore. There's that one True that always insisted on staying right near my brother's house. Kept saying how he needed to explain the controls to the preserver or something like that. Oh, yeah, I saw that guy. He was pretty nice, but yeah, like you were saying. Hold shift to run? Don't you just run by moving your feet? I always wonder what he's up to. You know, I've been wondering, how do you guys move your arms if they aren't connected to you? How will you move your arms? A series of ligaments and veins, huh? Well, you see... Wait, I think I know. You move your arms with the power of magic. Let's go with that. The Preserver, you know... I named this town Ardent after the people's burning passion that the Preserver would come soon. Seeing the actual Preserver right here and right now is nice and reassuring, so... Thanks for coming. Thank you for being so nice. Alrighty. Let's go to the arcade. Wait, is that an arcade up there? They have arcades in alien planets? What is with him and shouting? They have Guitar Headbanger and Jurassic Legions of Doom. Community and Searig left the party to go run to the arcade. I made this song in Mario Paint. You know, if you can tell. I was originally intending to use the song Nostalgia, and ended up doing that. It was too short for an actual, like, area song. My opinion of this arcade is quite high. Seawright seems to really enjoy that rhythm game over there. Maybe you should talk to him. I love arcade games, so I'll give this one a try. That was really fun. This was modeled after the, OMNIFATE platformer. Dinosaurs are the best, tomboyish tendencies. What's wrong with it? Never mind. The machine is facing towards Camellia. Unfortunately, this means that even with your omniscient point of view, there are still some things you cannot see. Or maybe upwards facing Camellia was too hard to draw. I did actually draw upwards facing Camellia, it's in the files. Because originally I was going to have them like join your party like a regular RPG. We've got Alex the 9 over here. Smells like the 9th Alex is working on mining and crafting the way home. Seems like you need to find all the keys to progress through the level, but it is very easy to just break the blocks enclosing you and just move on from the room. Seems fine. Alex the 9 is my favorite. You may ask, why am I so big? This is indeed my actual size. Every other room I was in, I was just shrunk. Whoopsie doopsie, I just remembered. I was going to tell you that this is a weird room. You should probably get out of here before they come. Toodles. Yeah, that is Rare's actual canonical size. He's about like 80 times the size of Rare. Playing some fun video games. Come in and see Reg rejoin the party. Who would put a sign in the middle of a walkway? The sign says enemies ahead. Not that we're strong enough for them. We should be. Alright, here's the first actual combat. So, I'm not sure how exactly I want to go about this, because, like, I could just do all of the combat, but, like, at the same time, that would only give me one ending. But, like, you can't undo, a fight, because as soon as you do a fight, the game autosaves. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do all the fights, and get what in my head I call the true ending. So, here we go. So, a little fun fact about this song. I don't know if anyone knows this, but this song was actually made for a fan game, an old fan game. The YouTuber Yub, there was a guy named Mirik, might be pronounced Myrick. He started working on a game called Yub Kuri Kamishimasu. That was, like, supposed to be Yub, but, like, Pokemon. And I was part of the beta testers for that game, before it got cancelled. And I asked Mirik if I could make some music for it, and he said yes. And he asked me to send, like, a demo of what the music would sound like. And the first part of this song ended up being that demo. I ended up releasing the original song in my album Sarah Cromer Tried to Steal These Songs, so you can still listen to it now. Anyway, let's get the actual combat done. This is the one part of the game that does not defy tradition. To the point where I had some people saying, oh, is this a joke game? Which, I mean, it's a game that has a lot of jokes in it, but it is not a joke game. to kill the monster up there. Victory. C-Reg always carries the team no matter what happens in the battle. Because he's got 40 out of 40 HP. This is a pretty long fight. Oh my goodness. I guess I decided to do 5 enemy groups for that one. That's crazy. Battles aren't usually that long. They're supposed to be little quick things that you can spam through. But sometimes I do throw in a 5 enemy group long one. Just so you can feel like you're playing an actual RPG. It's crazy that this game made it into the Steam Turn-Based RPG Fest, because it doesn't really have what you would want out of a traditional RPG. It's more of just a fun little slice of life to go through, I suppose. Lurid has the highest concentration of monsters in this world at the moment, but they are quickly moving. You might even be able to tell. Please, Preserver, please hurry. We don't have much time left. Please don't go any further. There are monsters this way. You could get... I'm the Preserver. Could you let me through, sir? Oh, you're the Preserver? Go on right ahead. Oh, but... do watch yourself, alright? We don't want to lose our Preserver. Thank you for guarding this area. So, you're the Preserver, huh? Think you can save the world? Hopefully. This is close to the end, right? Yes. Well, I'll try to get rid of any monsters I come across. Oh my shosh. I just talked directly to the Preserver. Did you see? Who are you talking to? Oh, never mind. The amount of monsters is slowly increasing. That's really bad news for us. Please hurry. Why don't you remove the monsters for us? We're working on it. Thank you for your consideration. You like jazz? Not really. I mostly listen to indie music. I like to listen to rock music. Sometimes I throw in there a little bit of Wilberts. Yes, of course I like jazz. Who doesn't? I like to listen to ambience. So, I say Wilberts there, but Bill Wirtz is actually in the credits, listed under Easter eggs, because I don't remember what time it is off the top of my head. The NPC guarding the dock in Smallland, he has special dialogue if you come at certain times of day, and one of those times he will actually play a little excerpt from the Bill Wirtz song 987, and I got permission from Bill Wirtz to do that. I've also got... there's another Easter egg. You heard a tiny bit of it earlier on in the stream. But, there's there's certain areas in Truefolk Town and a couple areas in the rest of the game. If you clip out of bounds, it plays a little voice clip of She Says. I've got the clip. I never actually made it public. I suppose I can make it public today, because it's on my YouTube channel, unlisted. There's a clip I asked for She Says to make, for him to say, like, "Hey guys, welcome to Boundary Break, a place where we take the camera anywhere we want. Today we're doing OMNIFATE." Except he, like, this was completely unintentional. He, stumbles over his words. And I just have that exclusive clip that was just created for this one specific, Easter egg, and it's just some she says stuff that you wouldn't be able to see otherwise, and I'm actually really proud of it. Be safe. Eee. That's another joke from Conspiracy Santa, because that used to cut off to the left, and just, say E. I decided to reference that. Because I thought it was so funny that one of the NPCs would just say E. But obviously you can't have that. I think this little group right here is the last of the monsters. And then we'll go to Cerulia and be done with this little stream to celebrate. It's not like the stream they did for Deltarune Chapter 1 where they had an entire 4 hours of game to go through. But I figured I'll just do something like that for, you know, the 2nd anniversary of the first game I made, which I'd say still holds up. I still really like a lot of the humor in it. It's buggy. Case in point, it just crashed. It's buggy, it still has some flaws, but you know, I still really like it. It's genuinely really enjoyable experience overall. I have to set it all up again because it just crashed. There we go. I think that's how I had it before. There we go. Alright. And it should be the last encounter. Oh, I forgot to read the sign while I was back over there. Go this direction for a shortcut that does not in any way, shape, or form break the laws of physics at all. No, it breaks the laws of physics, not recommended for use for children under 3 years. I still have the phone. What's wrong, Yuhina? Just memories. What do you mean by that? Just memories of places I've been, things I've done. Oh, I just remembered. I need to take you to him. Who's him? Very important person to your journey. Well, let's not waste any time. Not there, we don't have enough time. Message is emitting from the phone you acquired. A blue dog who loves bugs and logs shed tears of eyes and tears of mind that turned the sand into a find. That Easter egg was requested by Kublu, who was a major playtester for this game. He basically playtested all of 1.10.0, and he does a lot of playtesting for locally addressed games products. He also is a huge fan of Random Access Mayhem, so when the 1.0 update comes out, if he's not busy, I think I'm just gonna have another run of the game with him, another voice acting stream, because he would love it, I think. Cerulia. Hi, it brings light into this dilapidated old soul to see humans again. So, did you succeed in your mission? Preserving the world? Yes, the monsters. Alright, nobody in this world would be able to fully explain it to you. The reason the 5 of us, not including Yuhina, are trapped here is because of our duty as preservers. I was, I guess you could say, the original preserver. Unfortunately, I failed in my duties. The monster problem needs to be completely taken care of. By that I mean, if a preserver fails to remove the world of all of its monsters, then they will keep reappearing. That's what we mean by preserve. We need to remove all of the monsters to preserve the world in its original state. If you are in Cerulean and miss some monsters, it is too late. Please tell me you didn't miss any. Regardless of your actions, what matters now is returning you home. If you removed all the monsters, you will have succeeded in your mission. If you haven't, the new preservers will come after a couple of years. Whether they succeed or not is up to them and their decisions. I wrote it like that so that if I ever decided to make an OMNIFATE 2, I could do that, and have it be about, like, the new preservers. Your actions have consequences. What will those consequences be? Let us return you home, Rares. Who's Rares? Me? Gosh, Seerig, does it kill you to be respectful? Sorry, sir. Please note that we cannot turn back after this. I presume that would be obvious, but I suppose it was never explained to you. It's time then. Let's start the trek. The old preserver joined your party. This is probably really tense for you, isn't it? Absolute Cinema, the name of this song is tense. I cannot guarantee that everything will be happy. That is not my place. Also, Tense is one of my favorite songs in the soundtrack. It's one of the few that I feel like actually perfectly fits the mood I'm going for and still sounds good at the same time. There's some that fit the mood, there's some that sound good, but and a lot of the area themes do that, but some of the other songs don't. This one is like the perfect one. The fate of this world is within your hands. Let's continue. I would tell you to be wise in your decisions, but the fate of the world is already sealed. Nothing you can do will change that. That is why I say I hope you have succeeded in your mission. It is only a hope. Only you know if you have removed all of the monsters. Well, one more room to go. Here we are. Go through that portal and you will be returned to your true world. I wish only the best for all of you. Goodbye, Rares. Goodbye, Seerig. I was thinking about making him say something like, goodbye, Craig, but, like, that isn't really Seerig's name when you think about it. Like, his canonical name is Seerig. Just because it's a joke name doesn't mean it's any less of a name, like, in universe. So, goodbye, Camellia. Goodbye, Kerr. Hopefully you succeeded in your mission. Your OMNIFATE. Absolute Cinema. Also, Rares lives in a world that looks just like True Folktown. So Rares succeeded. The world gained hope and finality. Peace returned. But Rares didn't do it alone. Even if you didn't know it, you were there with him. Because you never left Rares. Why? Why didn't you leave Rares? It has confused me at some points in the past. You consumed this like a piece of media, didn't you? Yeah, I was talking the whole time. It was as if this was like a Let's Play. You gained hope in the main character and seek to aid him in all his goals. Very, very interesting. Hee sneaky Gaster reference. Alas, I'm trailing off again. Let's do the thing we set off to do, shall we? Your OMNIFATE is filled with success and hope. Alright. And thank you guys for watching. This was just a small little idea I had to celebrate the anniversary. I hope you guys enjoyed. Even if I don't really have anything more to announce right now, because I already released the update last month. I'm so glad that I was able to do this and just be able to show off the game and talk about some stuff. yeah, very grateful for all of the support on Deathlane. The game has over 800 demo activations on Steam, which is crazy. I never thought it would get that high. Yeah, that's my current project. Yeah, happy anniversary, and thank you guys for watching. We'll let the credits play out now on the stream. Kuyatrus Games is the author of the software for the purpose of copyright. Stole that from Nintendo. Also, the credits used to end like right here, but after I added more to it, they cut off after a tiny bit of loop, which is sad. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll end it with the one Easter egg I didn't show. Well, there was a couple of dialogue that I didn't show, but this is the one sound test Easter egg I didn't show.